What if I told you TypeScript can read a string, split it apart, and validate it without ever running a single line of code? No rejects at runtime, no string passing, just types. The autocomplete that magically knows your exact API route. The event emitter that catches a typo in an event name before you even save. That's not a library trick. It's template literal types, and once you see how they work, you'll start spotting them everywhere. Here's the thing. TypeScript has always understood string literal types. You can say a variable is exactly the string get, not just any string. But template literal types take that idea and let you build new strings from existing ones, right inside the type system. Think of them like JavaScript template strings, except they operate on types instead of values. That one shift unlocks an entire style of programming most developers never touch. Let's start simple. A template literal type uses backticks just like a regular template string, but inside you reference other types instead of values. Here, I'm building a greeting type that combines the literal hello with a name type. Because name is the literal sucrid, the result is the exact string hello sucrid. TypeScript computes that at compile time. The type itself is now that precise string. Now watch what happens when you feed a union into a template literal type. Instead of one string, TypeScript produces every possible combination. The Cartesian product of all the parts. Here, two colors crossed with two sizes give us four distinct literal types automatically. This is the real power. From a handful of inputs, you generate a precise, exhaustive set of valid strings. No manual listing, no mistakes. This combination trick isn't just academic. Imagine you're typing margin utility classes for a design system. You want every side paired with every spacing value, but writing all 16 by hand is painful and error-prone. Cross two unions and TypeScript generates the full set for you. Change the spacing scale in one place, and every valid class name updates instantly. TypeScript ships 4 built-in helper types just for strings: Uppercase, Lowercase, Capitalize, and Uncapitalize. These are special. They're implemented inside the compiler itself, so they're fast and exact. Capitalize turns hello into hello. Uppercase shouts the whole thing. They look trivial, but they become essential building blocks when you start transforming strings programmatically at the type level. Here's where capitalize earns its keep. Say you have a set of event names like click and focus, and you want to generate the matching handler prop names. On click, on focus, exactly like React does. Combine a template literal with capitalize, and you get them all, perfectly typed. This is literally how React's own type definitions derive event handler names. You're learning the real pattern, not a toy. Now we level up. Template literal types can be used as patterns to extract pieces out of a string using the infer keyword inside a conditional type. Think of it like a typed version of a regex capture group. Here, if a string matches the shape get followed by anything, we capture that anything into path. TypeScript pulls users right out of get users, purely at the type level. This is the foundation for parsing structured strings. Let's slow down and picture what the compiler is doing. The literal parts of your pattern are anchors. They must match exactly. Wherever you put infer, TypeScript greedily fills in whatever's left and binds it to that name. If the whole shape can't line up, the conditional falls to its false branch. It's pattern matching, type level style. Anchors plus capture slots. Single captures are useful, but the real magic is recursion. By matching the first segment before a delimiter and feeding the rest back into the same type, we can split a whole string into a tuple of parts. Here, split breaks A, B, C into a 3-element tuple. Each recursion peels off one piece, then the base case handles whatever's left. This is type-level recursion, and it's surprisingly readable once you trace it. What goes apart can come back together. The join type does the reverse. It walks a tuple and stitches the elements into one string with a separator. Notice the conditional checks the tuple shape. If there's a first element and a rest, glue them. Otherwise, return empty. This split and join pair is the bread and butter of serious type-level string work. Transform, then reassemble. Let's put this to work in something you'd actually ship. We'll build an event emitter where the event names and their payload types live in one map. Using a map type over that map, the on method only accepts event names that exist, and the callback's argument is correctly typed to match. Misspell an event, and TypeScript stops you cold. At the keystroke, not at runtime. Here's the payoff. The moment you type an event name that isn't in the map, or reach for a payload field that doesn't exist, the red squiggle appears instantly. No tests, no console logging, no production incident. The type system already knows the complete shape of your event API. This is what people mean when they say good types catch bugs before they exist. Now the showpiece. Express style routes use colon parameters like bytecode users, chort ID, posts by post ID. What if TypeScript could read that string and figure out the params object automatically? We can. Using infer to pick out the part after a colon, plus recursion to walk the whole path, we build a parser params type that extracts every parameter name. This is exactly how modern frameworks give you typed route params for free. Extracting the names is only half the story. Wrap that union in a map type and you get a fully typed params object. Every key required, every value a string. Now your route handler's params argument is shaped exactly by the path string you passed in. Change the route, and the type of params changes with it, automatically. That's a closed feedback loop between your URL and your code. A word of caution before you go wild. Type-level recursion has limits. TypeScript caps recursion depth, historically around 50 levels for tail recursive types, to keep the compiler from hanging. For most route or CSV strings, you'll never hit it. But if you try to pass a 1000-segment string, the compiler will rightly complain. Keep your recursive types tail recursive with accumulators when you can. It pushes that ceiling much higher. Template literal types are powerful, but they're not free. Heavy, type-level computation slows down your editor and your build, and the resulting types can be brutal to debug when something goes wrong. Reach for them when the strings carry real structure your team must respect. Routes, event names, design tokens. For plain data, a simple string type is honest and fast. Use the scalpel where it counts, not everywhere. And that's template literal types, from a single backtick to a full root parser, all running before your code ever does. You now have the complete toolkit to manipulate strings at the type level with confidence. Try rebuilding the root parser yourself. That's where it really clicks. So here's what you walked away with today. 1. Template literal types combine string literals. And when you feed them unions, they explode into every valid combination. 2. The built-in helpers like capitalize plus the infer keyword let you transform and extract pieces of strings entirely at compile time. And 3. With recursion, you can split, join, and pass structured strings to build genuinely type-safe APIs like that root parser. Next up in the TypeScript track, we go deep on conditional types and the infer keyword on their own, the engine behind everything you saw today. If this clicked for you, Hit subscribe and drop a comment with the trickiest type you're trying to write. I read every single one.